We are going to film a makeup tutorial today. I haven't done one of these in over a year. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to wing it though. Urban Decay's Primer Cushion in Eden. Love this one. I have pretty veiny eyelids and this cancels out. So it's great if you're putting this on before foundation. See, it kind of makes a nice base. Okay, honestly, ignore the like ridiculous looks I'm doing with my face. I see a pesky eyebrow here. Whatever. Okay, so anyways, that's on. I'm gonna actually do all of my eyeshadow from the Urban Decay Naked palette, the first one. This one is my favorite one. I think I'm just gonna use these two colors right here. So I got, what is it, Smog and Dark Horse right there. I'll use those ones. Or do I want to use Toasted and Hustle? Whatever. Either way, I'm going to throw Naked in the crease, which is this one here. This will actually help blend out the eyeshadows after. Yep. Any brush will do. Any brand. I use mostly Sigma brushes. Now I'm just going to take like a shader brush, kind of like this. It's nice and fluffy. This one's an Eco Tools one. I actually love these brushes. I kind of need to get more of them, I think. I'm going to take the lighter color, the first one, Smog, and I'm going to put that all over the eye. Doesn't have to be neat. We will be blending it. I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm going to blend along the top of that eyeshadow we just put on there. That way it doesn't look so choppy. On the same shader brush, I'm actually going to grab the darker color. And I'm just going to chuck that on the outer corner right here. Okay, and I bet you're thinking that looks mighty crazy right now, because it kind of does. What a mess. So I just take the blending brush, and I'm just going to blend along the top here a little bit first. Then I'm going to probably add a little bit more of that Naked color to help blend it out. Okay, so I'm just I'm going to use a gel liner and a brush for this. I'm going to use L'Oreal Blackest Black Gel Pot Liner. So it's just a little, it just looks like this. You just dip your brush in and line your eyes with it. So you're aiming to kind of follow the curve of your lower lash line and kind of direct it toward the tail of your brow for the wing. So then what you want to do is you kind of do a little triangle. Well, that's not that bad. There, so that's my general rough shape there. I'm just going to clean it up. Okay, so I have the wings on, and they were They're definitely thicker than I had planned on. And I don't even know if they're even, honestly, because I have uneven lighting on both sides of my face. That's what happens when you use natural light. But anyways, now that that's on, I'm going to go ahead and put on foundation. And I'm going to go for just a light coverage, like not a whole lot. There, put it on my face. What is that? A hair. Oh, that's gonna show up so bad. Shit. Horrible. So I'm starting out by putting just like a really thin layer, and then I'll just build it up from there where I feel like I want to put more. Foundation should be exactly as the name suggests. It should just be foundation. You shouldn't really expect it to do a whole lot of actual covering. That's what concealer is for. This is more for evening out your skin tone a bit. Mine's really hard to even. I mean, I'm pretty freckly, so there's not a whole lot I can do about that. I'm not ever gonna have that porcelain smooth skin on top of also obviously being an acne sufferer. But I just accept it as it is. So I'm going to throw a little more on the sides here and here. That's where I have all my post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. Is on my chin, sides of my face here, and then in the center I just have a little bit of redness. And of course gigantic pores. So let's see how blurring this is. Okay, so I think the foundation is on pretty decently there. It's all seamlessly buffed in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a bit of concealer on some of the spots that I want to cover up more. So rather than just caking on 20 pounds of foundation, put a thin light layer of foundation on and then go into your problem areas or anywhere you want extra coverage with a concealer. There's a fluff floating in my face. Now for under my eyes, I'm going to use the fair one. I'm going to put that under there with, I guess, a concealer brush. I don't want to put too much because you'll find it caking up and honestly can cause you to look older than you actually are. So I'm just going to do a couple little dots. You want to get right in that inner corner. That's like the bluest area. And then kind of like right here, this area. And then I'm going to clean up out on the other side of the, on the underside of the wing there. I'm just going to pat that in with my concealer brush here. You can bring it down a little bit here so it sort of highlights that area a bit as well. We don't want too much though, because you don't want to look like stark white underneath your eye. So I'm just putting the tiniest amount. Also using that to come up underneath the wing here. I'm going to set my concealer under my eye. And I'm going to set the rest of my face with Rimmel's Stay Matte translucent powder. I'm going to put that on with a big fluffy brush. So I got that on the face. I'm going to just do a little bit of eyeshadow under the eyes. I'm going to take some of the first color Smog first. I'm going to put that just underneath, kind of all the way across. Then we'll take the darker color Dark Horse. I'm going to put that on just the outer bit. It's probably the outer third, I want to say. Kind of to meet right to the pupil area. I am going to highlight the inner corner, and for that I'm going to actually use the NYX contour kit here. I'm going to use the shade, this one right over here. This one is the, I don't know what the color is, what's it called? Ice Queen. On this side. This will just help open the eyes up a lot. I'm also going to take that under the brow bone here, just on the outside of the brow bone to lift the eye. You only put it on the outside. I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'm going to use the Anastasia Brow Wiz. Okay, the eyebrows are on. I just set them with clear brow gel. Now I'm going to put on some mascara. I'm just using Maybelline the Falsies Big Eyes. I love this one because it has a small brush I can use on the bottom lashes and this nice thick one for the top. I have the shittiest bottom lashes, like, oh, ugh. They're so patchy. Okay, so that's the eyes done right there, so they're all finished. Now I'm going to take a little bit of a bronzing shade. I'm going to take this color right here. It's more of an ashy tone. I have really pale skin, so this one works best for me. This is the color Sculpt, I think. Yes. I'm just going to put that in, well, top of my forehead here, although you don't really see it because I have bangs. But just to demonstrate, this will help shorten the forehead a bit. I have a large forehead, so this will help bring it down. You can stick it in the hollows of the cheeks here. You want to go from basically the top of the ear to the corner of the mouth. Right in that area there. And for anybody that has the double chin area, you can just kind of hit that down there. So it basically casts a shadow and helps for changing the shape of your face. It's all blended in good. Oof. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a blush. I'm using this really cheap blush. It's just called Essence. It's by Essence, sorry. Called Adorable. I think this was probably like $3, but these things are freaking awesome, I have to say. I'm just going to take a little angled brush here. I'm going to pop these on the apples of the cheeks. Right there. And to really go that extra mile, I'm going to add a little bit of a highlighter to the tops of the cheekbones. That'll also help pop your cheekbones out. I'm going to use that same shade I used on my inner corner. I'm just going to use a little bit though, because I don't like a whole lot of this stuff. So you just want to put it right here. And that's just to catch the light. Now, this is a really good highlighting shade. It's very, like, it's not too harsh, I guess you could say.